Today on rounds I went and spent the evening at the boarding house, which was really interesting. I spent it in the boys' boarding house at the school that I'm at, and I was there from 6 at night until 9, and I arrived just in time for dinner. So I experienced how the dinner time works, and then how the different tutors work throughout that. So there were some who were sitting amongst the students, and then there was a teacher's table up the back. And it was quite interesting to hear the different roles that each teacher played. And then I observed one of the tutors managing what they call prep, which is essentially study and homework time within their boarding house. And I found it really interesting to think about sort of the different approach that you have to your student relationship when you have that type of role, where essentially you're not their parent, but you're not their teacher. You're kind of somewhere in between, but still maintaining the formalisms, if you will, of your teaching role. So I felt that was quite interesting. The not necessarily subtle differences, but the difference in how you have to relate to the students, because to them that's their home time. So you can't have this big authoritarian, "Oh, I'm a teacher," kind of thing going on. And the other thing that really interested me was the fact that on teaching rounds we're encouraged to get involved in extracurricular activities and things like that. But there isn't necessarily any examples or any approaches that we can go off that we know from uni. So for example, if you just go to your teacher and say, "Hey, can I help out with something?" You sort of don't have any background to be able to back that up with in terms of how to approach it or what sort of things schools do. Obviously, it's not a generalised kind of thing that you can talk about. It's definitely specific to the school. But, things like, how do you relate to students when you're on school camp, or you're running an after-school activity, because it's a different relationship.